kneeling, but you can sit in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce. But let's just sit up nice and tall. And go ahead and hug the belly button in, so kind of tucking that pelvis under, trying to stack the spine a little bit more. And then reach the arms up to the sky, really trying to lengthen, interlace the fingers and send the palms up. Take your gaze out, take a big inhale through the nose or the mouth. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center, maintaining that length that you just created. Trying to sit up as tall as possible. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, relax the shoulders down, being very intentional with the shoulders. Again, hugging that belly button in. Feel the difference in how your low back feels whenever you do that, when you engage the core. Big breath in, really expanding the ribs. And exhale it all out. If your eyes aren't closed, go ahead and close them. Feel the connection of your thumbs with your chest. And bow to your hands, turning inward. Finding gratitude this morning for making it to your mat, for showing up, and asking what you need to learn, what you need to feel on your mat this morning, and maybe it's just finding your breath throughout each pose. Maybe it's shifting around and focusing on your shoulders and relaxing those. So find something to focus on, that one thing versus all of it at the same time. It's a bit of a challenge to let go of the other stuff and just focus on one. Go ahead and think of that and let's seal it in. One big breath in. And let it all go. Release your hands down by your sides, rolling the wrists. And let's take a few neck rolls. You can place your hands on top of your knees and drop your right ear to the right shoulder, or whichever side you want to do first. Exhale, chin to chest, drawing it through center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. With this one, bring your right hand down out wide to the mat. And you're going to sweep that left arm down through center, up and back, and maybe opening the chest to the sky. Release the neck. So as if you're still having just a neck stretch, but now we're adding the arms, the upper body. And then exhale, sweep that out, down, around, and come to the other side. Sweep the right arm through center. All the way up, feeling that side stretch, maybe open the chest. If your legs begin to bother you, sit up on a block, release them. Exhale through center, back over to the other side. Make this as big as you'd like to. Exhale through center one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And let's reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. And let's swing the legs around, coming into our tabletop position. Keeping my head up. So I'm not sniffling too much on you guys. So let's go ahead and shift side to side, just rocking the hips side to side, dropping them, trying not to be too stiff in this tabletop pose. Ooh, I just felt a little pop, but it was a good pop. find a neutral tabletop position. Inhale, drop the belly, and you shift forward a little bit, coming into your cow pose. Exhale, round the back. I'm keeping my head up and just rounding and expanding through those shoulder blades, making some space up there. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine, maybe coming up onto fingertips. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Go through just a couple more rounds, finding some extra movement. You can bend the elbows as you shift forward, try to make it bigger. And exhale, round the spine. Shifting forward, last one. And exhale it back. And let's block the hands out. And we're gonna drop down to elbows, bringing palms to touch right here. Your hips are right over your knees. And you can release your forehead down or your chin down and maybe bend at the elbows, bringing those hands behind your head. For a really deep chest stretch, tricep stretch. So feel free to leave your hands down on the mat. I want you to breathe into your chest, your belly. With each exhale, allowing more release, more heat. One last breath. And release out of that, shifting forward all the way down onto your belly. Coming into Sphinx pose, elbows right underneath your shoulders. Extend the hands out long in front of you. Spread the fingers wide. And now press the tops of the feet down into the mat. And think about lengthening out through the crown of the head. Run the shoulder blades down your back. And pressing your pelvis down on the mat. So very active. And now we're going to turn one hand forward, turning it inward. And rolling over onto the left side. Y'all can't see me, he is in the way. And you reach the right hand up to the sky. That right foot is stacked behind you. Good. And exhale, bend the elbow, open the chest up. Exhale, roll back through center. We're gonna bend the right hand inward and roll over onto the right side, stacking that left foot behind you. Reach the left hand high. And then exhale, bend the elbow, open up, release the neck back. Roll back through center. And then bring the hands next to your sides. So let's take a baby cobra here. Inhale. Press your hands into the mat as you draw your elbows back towards each other. Draw the pelvis down. That's a really good back strengthener here. Heart opener. And then exhale, tuck the toes. Lift up into tabletop. Hang out right here in tabletop, or if you would like to, I want you to go into downward facing dog. I'm gonna hang out right here. You can pedal your feet out, bending one knee and the other if you're in downward facing dog. If not, if you're in tabletop, send one foot back at a time. Sending the heel back. And then bringing that knee in. Sending the left heel back. So we're kind of getting the same thing, but not that inversion. One more time to each side. Really breathing here. And tap the toes. If you're on your knees, we're gonna lift up and step up to the top of your mat. If you're in downward facing dog, step up to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. And let's go ahead and lengthen out halfway. Send the tailbone back. Knees are soft. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold it down over your thighs. Maybe bend the knees a little bit deeper. Allow your chest to fold over closer to your thighs. It doesn't matter how much they're bent. Inhale, lengthen out again. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and rise all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Let's go through a couple rounds of sun salutation A. And you can either go into downward facing dog or just pause in the tabletop with me. All right, bring the toes to touch, space between the heels. Engage the belly button. Allow your breath to guide your pace. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive it forward, bend those knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to high plank. Drop the knees down or keep them up. Exhale, chaturanga, squeeze those elbows in. Maybe they graze your side. Untuck the toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Or maybe press it up a little bit higher. Open the chest. Exhale down, tuck the toes, make your way to tabletop or downward facing dog. And let's pedal the feet out again, feeling that calf stretch. Connecting each switch with your breath. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. And make your way to the top of the mat. That's kind of a fun little transition from tabletop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Breathe to go. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep it up. Let's keep on going. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to your high plank. Either knees up or knees down. Exhale, chaturanga. Take your gaze out as you lower. Untuck those toes. Inhale, baby cobra. A little bit higher. Maybe you straighten the elbows. The knees can stay down or they can come up. Either way, engage that belly button. Not dumping into your low back. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog or tabletop. Breathe here. And wherever you are, bend the knees and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweeping it up. And exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do some balancing to challenge our core this morning. So if you'd like to grab a stool or be near a wall, whatever you want to, or if you want to waddle around like me and just try to hold it together, like real life, feel free to do so. All right, so let's go ahead and root down into that left foot, and we're gonna lift the right knee up and give it a good squeeze. Draw the shoulders back. I'll turn sideways. Standing up nice and tall, sending that pelvis down. Squeeze it in as much as you can. And now we're gonna open up. Turn it back around. Hang on to that right knee with the right hand and reach the left hand out. You can stay right here or maybe open that hip up. Those of you who practice yoga all the time and are ready to take it further, feel free to. Maybe take your gaze to the opposite direction, really, really challenging your balance. Fire up your core. And exhale, bring that knee back to center. Give it one last good squeeze. And release it down, shake it out. Rock the hips side to side. Balancing in the morning is no joke. All right, let's root down in that opposite foot. Go ahead and draw the belly button in. And when you're ready, bring the left knee to your chest and give it a good squeeze. Maybe this side you're more wobbly, embrace it. Give yourself some grace. And squeeze and dig your toes in as much as you can. Let's hang on to that knee with the left hand. Same knee, same hand. And then open that hip up. Pausing right here for a moment. Drawing the shoulders down. And then when you're ready, reach that right arm out. And maybe you take your gaze over to the other side. I'm digging my toes in as much as they can go. Bring that knee back to center. One last big squeeze. And release down out of that. My hip flexors are a little warm and sore there. All right, let's make our way to the top of the mat. And let's step the right leg back, nice and long. Let's come into a really, really deep crescent lunge or high lunge, but we're standing up. As deep as you want to go, and then I want you to squeeze those feet towards each other, really draw them towards each other for stability. You can take your feet out wider if you need to, or together. And let's bring hands to heart center. Find your drishti, that focal point. Deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, bow forward over that front thigh. And then we're going to sweep the arms back and all the way up to the sky. As high as they can go. Exhale, draw the hands back to center and pause. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, bow forward. Sweep the arms down all the way back and up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One last one. If your legs are burning, feel free to straighten it or bring them closer. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, bow forward. Sweep the arms back. Make this as big and beautiful as you would like. And now we're going to open up to warrior two. I'm going to give you a break though. We're going to straighten that front leg. Go ahead and squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. And your back foot can be angled a little bit. And reach the arms out nice and wide. Let's take a reverse triangle. Reach the right arm down. The left arm goes up and back. Feeling a side stretch. Finding a lot of length this morning. And now rise up. Exhale, bend that front knee, coming into your warrior two. Adjusting your feet however you need to. Open that hip up as much as you can. And we're going to flow back and forth through reverse triangle into our warrior. So inhale, straighten that front knee, reach the left arm up and back, breathing here. And exhale, bend the front knee back into your warrior. Inhale, straight and reaching back last time. Exhale, straight, bend that knee into your warrior. And now we're gonna windmill the palms all the way down, spin that back heel up. Framing the front foot. Pausing here for a moment, feeling a stretch right there. I sat a whole lot yesterday, so I can feel how tight that is right there. And when you're ready, plant the hands. Either drop that knee down, sending the other leg back, or your high plank, or your modified plank. And when you're ready, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, tabletop or downward facing dog, and breathe here. Find any wiggle room you need to. And when you're ready, bend the knees and make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, sweeping it up all the way to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Pausing here, roll the shoulders back. And bring your hands to your hips. Let's step the other leg back. Nice and long, deep crescent lunge here. You always have the option to shorten it like we usually would. Bend that front knee. Feel the burn. And bring your hands to your heart. We're going to be here for a little bit now, y'all know. So adjust your stance however you'd like to. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, bow forward, reaching out. Sweep the arms down. Inhale, reach them up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, bow forward. Sweep the arms down. Inhale them up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, really squeeze. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, bow forward, sweep the arms down, reaching it up. And we're going to open up to warrior two and straighten that front leg. Give it a little break. You can bring your feet in closer, angling that back foot if you'd like to. I'm going to turn around and face you guys. Hopefully this doesn't mess you up. My right foot is turned out. And inhale, reverse triangle. Both knees are straight. Lengthen out through those right side ribs. Now exhale, bend that front knee, coming into warrior two. Open it up. Sometimes you might need to place your hand there. Just open it up a little bit. Squeeze the glutes too. Reaching the arms out. Inhale, straighten that front knee, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend. One last one. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend. And we're going to windmill the palms all the way around. Framing that front foot, pausing here in this high lunge. Lift the belly button up, engaging the core. And when you're ready, either step it back to a modified plank or your high plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog or tabletop. Wherever you are, drop the knees down and take a child's pose. Reaching those arms out. Maybe shift the hips side to side. Let's thread the needle just because it feels so good. Well, hopefully it does. So from your child's pose or from your tabletop, let's reach the right arm out nice and wide and send it underneath that left shoulder. You can use a block to rest your head on if you would like to. I'm going to use one this morning. And then reach that top arm out long. So your arms are in an L shape. And then slowly bring that top arm in. Inhale, pressing up. Reaching that arm back out, and let's bend the elbow, maybe open the chest up, really twisting right here. And then exhale, find that center. Switching arms, inhale the left arm out. Exhale, thread it underneath, relaxing the temple down on the block. More than that, maybe extend that top arm. Really breathing into the back of the body, shoulder blade. To keep your breath long and controlled. Slowly bring that top arm in, pressing up. Reach the left arm out wide. And let's bend the elbow, open the chest up, just leaning back. Exhale, release out of that. Remove your block, and let's come into our final seated position, facing forward. We didn't stretch our hips out too much this morning. We really stretched our side body, our shoulders. So maybe take another yoga practice this afternoon. I have lots of videos on YouTube now. If you want to do some hip opening or some stretch. Sit up nice and tall. You check in with yourself. See how you did focusing on that one thing in your practice. Maybe you shifted to something else during your practice that you didn't realize you needed more. Give yourself some grace if you completely forgot about it. That's why it's called a yoga practice. Practice never makes perfect, ever, ever, ever. We're always learning and growing. When we stop learning, we stop growing, we stop moving forward. Even though it might be very basic poses, you can find something new, making it more difficult and challenging. Reach the arms to the sky. And exhale, draw the hands to heart. Thank you so much for joining me this morning and being so diligent in your practice. You guys definitely inspire me. The light in me honors the light, the love, beauty, joy, and peace in each of you. Namaste.